Well, hello everyone. This is Raj from Miami Gardens coming at you once again. It has been so long. It's been since February. It's been too long. But anyway, I just wanted to drop some more words of encouragement to everyone because I am a firm believer in the fact that when you encourage other people to lead a better life, you help encourage yourself in turn. So I love to do it because it just replenishes my source of energy and my enthusiasm for life. So I just love to do that. I want to talk today about self-actualization, and what I mean by self-actualization is what Oprah and some other people on YouTube that I've heard refer to as basically living the best life that you know how. And it's for me, self-actualization is coming to a point where okay, I know who I am. Now I want to pursue that person, whoever it is, or he or she is, whatever that person is that I want to become, I'm ready to pursue that. To me, that is what self actualization is. How I started on my journey, I had to set some paradigms. And by paradigms, I mean, boundaries, some limits. I had to say to myself, this is how far I would go with this, or how far I will not go with something else. I'll give you an example. I started to realize that one of the persons that I wanted to be was a positive person, but I had a lot of negativity in my life, and I myself was a negative person. Everything I always saw the downside to things, and that was just not good for me. And I wanted to live a life. I wanted to reach a point of self-actualization where I was living a positive life. So when I set my paradigms, when I put down those boundaries of what I would put up with in terms of negativity, I hurt a couple of people in that I had to shed some people in my life because they were just negative people. They had negative influences on me. Now I'm not talking about drugs and sex and rock and roll. Not that extreme or dramatic. But people who were just so negative. Everything was a complaint. Everything was they just saw the downside to everything and they were just pulling me down. So when I dropped my paradigms, when I set my limits to what I would condone in my own life on my way to self-actualization, I kind of had to dump some of my friends. Okay? Now, of course, I just didn't do it abruptly, but I just kind of had to distance myself, and thankfully, it has mostly been successful, and I think I'm a better person for it. Then I had to really think about whether or not I was setting proper goals. This is something that we definitely have to do in life. If you want to purchase a home, which I want to do in the next 2 years, we have to set goals. We have to say, I'm going to cut back and save X amount of money towards my 20% down. Things like that. We always set goals. There's nothing wrong with that. But some pointers that I use for myself and that I used and that I have used in self-actualization or whatever goal you want to set is to get excited. That's the first thing. You have to get excited. Excitement is I'm sorry, excitement is underrated. It really is. Because I'm a firm believer in the fact that if you aren't excited about things that are happening in your life, how the heck do you expect other people to be excited along with you? So you've got to get excited. Secondly, start small. Yes, dream big, but start small. See the big picture, but break it up into smaller parts and attack each one. And of course, be realistic. Don't overdo it, but just act. Don't wait. For example, if you want to go back to school, act. Pick up the phone and call the school that you want to attend. Log on to their website and start filling out that admissions form. Whatever it is, just act on it. Don't think that things oh, I have to see X, Y, and Z fall into place first. No, just start. Even if it means picking up the phone, saying hello, feeling nervous, and hanging it back up. At least you're acting, you're starting. Because that's the biggest problem for most people. Other things that you need to do, take note. Mentally, you know, orally, writing it down, whatever. Take note with what you're doing. If you're trying to buy a new car and you know that you need your 10% down for that car and you save $50, write it down. Write on the fact that today I saved $50. Keep a journal, something. But take note because you need to be able to go back and see if you're making progress. Because if you don't, you're not going to get motivated and you're not going to go back to what I started with about being excited and being self actualized. Get others around you to be excited too about your goals. Also, complain strategically. Don't just say, oh my god, housing prices are low, but I don't get paid enough, I won't ever get that house, oh my god. Cut it out. Complain strategically. I'll give an example. There was a person whom they don't work directly with me, but they work at the same institution that I knew that recently purchased a home. So I didn't just go to them and say, "Hey, could you give me some information about how you purchased your home?" Some people accept that, most people won't. They'd be like, "Whoa, that's kind of my personal financial business. Don't just leave me alone." So that direct approach wouldn't work. But you know what I did? I complained strategically. I singled this person out, and they're friends. I knew them before. I mean, they're an acquaintance. I know them. I say hi to them. I talk to them. It's not like I'm just doing this selfishly. I knew this person, but I complained strategically. I singled them out one day and I said to them, you know, I'm trying to buy a house in the next 2 years, but I just don't know where to begin. It's like, do I, how, as a first time home buyer, what can I do? This dude gave me so much information about how to apply to first time homebuyers programs in my local municipality. He taught me about PMI, personal mortgage insurance. He taught me about so many different things just by my singling him out and complaining to him strategically. So much got done. So complain, but complain strategically. Just don't complain for complaining's sake, but complain strategically. And finally, and finally, and finally, be the change you want to be on your way to self actualization. Make sure that you live your life in such a way that it represents the kind of world you want to live in. What do I mean by that? If you want a world of love, folks, you can't go around hating people. If you want a world of truth, how are you going to go around cheating on your man, cheating on your wife, lying to the IRS, and living deceitfully? If you want people around you to be honest and truthful, you can't be living your life that kind of way. You've got to live the way you want people to be. If you want a world of peace, why are you trying to ruin somebody's relationship by cheating with them or trying to get them, I'm going to get your man, and all that foolishness? Why are we doing that? You're creating war in somebody's life when you claim that you want peace in the world. And I had to learn that too. I looked around in my family. A lot of times they were living very unhealthily. They weren't getting enough exercise. They weren't eating properly. They just, they knew how to cook wonderful, delicious food, but it was just wasn't healthy, and they were living a very stagnant, terrible life. And I hated to see that. I did not want to become that. But here I was looking down on them, and I'm here gaining weight, being unhealthy, my doctor having to preach to me every time I go for a checkup, and I had to say no more. And that's when I started going back to the gym. I started watching what I ate, started being a little bit more alert about better ways to be healthy. And because I realized that I want people around me to be healthy physically and mentally, but I had to become that first. So, what does that have to do with self actualization? Everything. Because, folks, if you want to get excited about your life, you have got to live an exciting life. Get excited about everything, whether it be about saving for your house, your car, whether it be about your children, your job, your career. Get excited about walking from your house to your car every morning to go to work. I mean, the simplest things. Get excited about it. So I hope I was able to encourage you today. I know that I encourage myself all the time when I encourage others. And pass this on. Live the best life you know how to be. Start your journey to self actualization. I love everybody. A shout out to DJ Know It, to Jared, um, to HS Love It, and to all of you who have responded. I love you guys. I really do. Please continue to watch my vlogs. And if you start vlogs, let me know and I will watch yours. This is Raj from Miami Gardens. Take care and just be the best person you know how to be.